It's an elite field of 10, and the host nation has every intention of sweeping the medals. There are 4 athletes from the Russian Federation in this one. A good day here at Laura. Quite still. The flags atop the grandstand indicate that. Makes it ideal for the visits to the shooting range, of which there'll be 2 in this first event. And it's a busy schedule, as I say, with 2 sitting, 2 standing, and 2 visually impaired events on the roster. This opening day of competition. There have been some concerns about the amount of snow that's around, but they've groomed the course nicely, and they've got every confidence we're going to have a very good event here. Certainly it's great for spectators. It's so mild. And that was the case also during the Olympics, where hats and gloves, well, pretty optional really. The temperature up around 8 or 9 degrees Celsius today. Right now, it's 8 degrees already. The humidity 48%, no wind, perfect for shooting. The snow is soft, but it means it's a more important job for the wax technicians to get it right. The soft snow and the humidity hovering around 50%. Athletes getting themselves ready behind the start area. It's an interval start. They'll go off in 30-second intervals. They'll be led away by Svetlana Konovalova. The Russians well represented here, as I mentioned. And 10 in the field. Oksana Masters with USA to go off last. Iskau of Germany away third. It's up in Ukraine. Yakovska, a good chance today. And Pavlenko. 6 kilometres, they'll ski 3 groups of 2 kilometres, so going forward to the men's sitting field. Kozo Kubo leads the World Cup rankings at the moment in Japan, along with Petushkov. Bigger field for the men's sitting. Yeah. Americans here with Sean Halstead, Jeremy Wagner. USA hoping to add to their record in biathlon. It's a limited amount of medals for them so far, but they've got a good strong contingent here. First up, it's the women's 6K sitting, and the men's will quickly follow. Just about right for a start, and Svetlana Konovalova will lead them away. Iskau, Germany. She'll be third to go. Alena. Russian competitor. Will be 5th away. Anya Vicker. Second of the German competitors. All the sit skiers have an impairment affecting their legs. Categories LW10 to LW12, and those between LW10 and LW11.5 have varying degrees of trunk functionality. So we've got several classifications racing together. And we have what's called a factoring system that takes into account the different levels of impairment of athletes from within the one event. Dressed up beautifully. And just to expand on that a little further, each of the athletes is given a percentage of real time according to their impairment or classification to give us a level playing field for the event. So here we go. Svetlana Konovalova. And we're away in the women's 6K sitting biathlon event. Svetlana Konovalova, 24-year-old from Moscow. And see what she makes of these reasonably soft snow conditions. But because it's relatively early in the day, the snow is a little harder than it will be later in the afternoon, so they've probably got the best of the conditions, and she's pushing away strongly for the first of her 3 2-kilometre loops. Maria Yavleva, also from the Russian Federation, from the Komi Republic in northwestern Russia. The gold medalist in the relay from Vancouver. So Maria knows what it's about at the top level. And also a sprinting gold medalist from the World Championships last year. Andrea Eskau of Germany sets off. Silver medal in Vancouver in the 2.5K sitting events. That's in cross country. Most of these competitors engaged in both cross country and biathlon. Alena Kaufman. She was the flag bearer for Ukraine at the 2010 Paralympic Games in Vancouver. And she's a former sitting volleyballer. She has a total of 15 Paralympic medals in both cross country and biathlon. And she's 30 years of age. Next to go, Marta Zanulina, 23-year-old from Kazan. Fourth in the World Championships last year in Sweden in the 4.5K event in the cross country. It's a little bit of trouble negotiating the first turn. Ludmila Pavlenko, second of Ukrainian athletes in this event. So out on the course, negotiating one of the early hills is Konovalova. You see, according to the calculated time, so percentage is applied to each of the athletes, as I mentioned, according to their disability. Anya Vicker, LW 10.5. So she gets a more generous percentage with lower trunk function. Vicker sets off. 22-year-old from Stuttgart. Checkpoint time for Konovalova, 2:44.7. And Yavleva with the same factoring, a little behind. Abdikarimova of Russia is on the way. And there's just 2 more athletes to come with this interval start. Abdikarimova is an LW 10.5, so her factoring is 90%. And Eskau, the factored time comes through 3.1 seconds quicker than the 2 skiers ahead of her. Lydia Rafaeva from Belarus. 28 years of age. And just one to come, it'll be Oksana Masters. Oksana Masters was born in Ukraine, but was adopted across to the United States. And Oksana lives in Winter Park, Colorado now. So that's the whole field away. 3 2-kilometre loops and 2 shooting stages to negotiate. And the athletes not required to carry their rifles around on the course. They're held in the shooting range for them. This wonderful facility up in the hills above Krasnaya Polyana. really a great setup, and will be a wonderful legacy venue for Russian winter sport. Pavlenko, it's still Eskau, the German competitor, who's got the quickest time through the first checkpoint. As in comes Konovalova for the first shoot. The target is just 10 metres away. Each miss incurs a penalty loop, so one miss there for Konovalova. Goggles back down over the ice. It's a pretty glary day here at Lauda. In comes Maria Yovleva. She'll be looking for 5 out of 5. Athletes allowed to keep the stocks in their hands so that they can get back to an upright position when they're done with the shooting. Yovleva. 5 out of 5. Excellent shooting from Yovleva. That will allow her to take some time out of Konovalova, her teammate, who set off before her. And Konovalova just emerging from the penalty loop, so she's well down now. Yovleva, courtesy of the clean shoot. Now Eskau. See if the German can shoot 5 out of 5. Just trying to calm the breathing down. She's put a big effort out there with the first loop of 2K. She had a very quick time. All right, she's away too with 5 out of 5. And Eskau could be the one to catch. We'll keep an eye on these times through the next 4 kilometres. Eskau, if she can emerge in under 6:22.7, which was Yovleva's time departing the range the first time, and she has. She's got 3 seconds on her. So Eskau of Germany is our leader at the moment, but lots of good athletes still out on the course with their first loop. Zanulina is now in for Russia. Lots of talk that the Russians are going to have a great opening competition here. A bit of a pause over that 5th target, but it's worth taking it that extra second to get it right, because it'll save you 20 out on the penalty loop. Zainulina comes out with her factored time. She's still well behind Eskau though. So she's got some work to do on the next 4 kilometres. Eskau of Germany, still with the time to beat after the first shooting bout. Pavlenko from Ukraine. Long time over that second shot. It's all right. Target size is just 1.5 centimetres, and it's 10 metres away. So they're smaller targets than in the Olympics. With the athletes a little closer. Pavlenko. 13 seconds behind Eskau at the similar point. In comes Vicker. We're happy to emulate the efforts of fellow German Eskau. 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4, and she shoots clean. Well done to Vicker. Crowd enjoying the wonderful conditions here, and so are the athletes. We've barely had a miss at the range the first time, and when they're fresher and the body's less fatigued, that really is the time to be shooting 5 out of 5 if you possibly can. So we've got Germany 1-2 at the moment with Eskau and Vicker. And powerful shoulders of Anya Vika going to work for the second lap. Looks to be moving well. Son of Masters. It's quite a story, having been adopted from Ukraine to the United States as a child. And 5 out of 5 for Masters. Eskau's time, bottom of the screen there, 6:20. She gets herself set and away she goes. She'll be outside Eskau's time. Bukovska's the next one to beat at 6:30. She's 4th out. And she's very close to that, 5th. And just shuffles the chair around, and 7th position. So Masters just had a bit more skiing to do to reach the checkpoint. So after the first shoot, you can see the standings there. It's the Germans, Eskau and Vika, doing very nicely, but Yovleva, the first of the Russians, very close by. Out on the course there, that was Zanulina. And fans here enjoying the competition. They've seen some very good shooting at the first bout. This is Pavlenko. Eskau's time at the 3.1 kilometre checkpoint is the next one we can give you, and Eskau is still holding them at bay. Pavlenko coming through now, 10.6 seconds behind Eskau, who's building a lead here. Bukovska is in 4th. So Russian hopes for a blitz of this event aren't being realised, it would seem, but there's plenty of time for things to turn around. We're coming in for the second shoot now for our leaders. Yovleva, who shot clean the first time around, has missed one here and has missed 2. That is going to hurt her time. And she looks a little disappointed because that's a visit to the penalty loop. Really got to push hard up these hills and make sure you don't lose time on the inclines. Vika, 3rd position behind Eskau now. They've just lost that 1-2 standing they had, the German pair. Vika still going along very nicely. Japanese fans here. Events later in the program. Now in comes Eskau. Second shoot. Needs another 5 out of 5 here to keep her podium hopes alive. And she's breathing that much harder than the first time. Steadies the breathing. Some shooter's preference to start in the middle and work left or right. We saw this with her first visit. One more to get clean. And she's done it. So she's 10 out of 10, Eskau. And Andrea Eskau can set off and give these last 2 kilometres everything she's got. Let's see if she can't find herself on top of the podium, which would be some kind of achievement. She had a bronze medal in Vancouver in cross country. It's in biathlon. Bronze also in the sitting 10K for Eskau as we watch Zanulina come out. And she's, her factored time is well behind Eskau. Eskau is classification LW11. She has some compromised trunk function, whereas the LW12s will have 100% factoring and full trunk function. This is Pavlenko from Ukraine. Shot clean the first time. Can she find another 5 out of 5? No, she can't. She misses the first. The body's really stressed by the second visit to the range, and it can sometimes bring the error. Oh, and 2 mistakes from Pavlenko. That just about counts her out, and the coaching staff will be looking to hide their disappointment in case the athlete looks up and sees them disappointed. But Pavlenko is off to the penalty loop. Third Paralympics for Pavlenko. Anya Vicker. Handed the air rifle. Fourth in the cross-country sprint at the World Championships last year in Sweden. She's only 22. A little mistake there from Vicker. So 1 penalty, 9 out of 10. So she's got a penalty loop. Masters, Oksana Masters, the former Ukrainian. Does take a while to get set, but it's time well spent as long as you get 5 out of 5. Good rhythm on the shooting. 1 big breath and half a breath out on the next one. That's the fashion. That's the style. Between shots, and Masters is on her way. And she'll come up the field a little, having not missed. Whoops, nearly has a collision there with Vicker. No big pardons between those two as they find themselves at the same curve. But she's 26 seconds down on Eskau, and this is looking like it's Andrea Eskau's race to lose. She's well positioned now. Zanulina coming through 30 seconds behind Eskau at the 5.1 kilometre mark. That means there's just 900 metres to go once they've reached that checkpoint in this 6 kilometre. It's virtually a sprint for these athletes. 3 2-kilometre legs and 2 shooting bouts. So Germany looking for a first up major prize here in the women's 6K sitting. Russians hoping to get amongst the medals here. Zaynulina and Abdukarimova, Konovalova and Yovleva, the 4 Russians. It looks like they're going to be outshone by a brilliant performance from Andrea Eskau, but we're not there yet. First to come across the line will be Konovalova, but these are interval starts, so we're looking for the quickest eventual time, not first across the line, as Konovalova, who's an LW12, so 100% factoring for her. And she comes through in 1931, so keep that one in mind. We'll see what's required. But Konovalova missed 1 penalty at the first shoot, which was unfortunate for her. Yovleva's missed a couple. Eskau is shot clean. Yakovska of Ukraine shot clean the first time. Oh, and that's a bad second shoot for Abdukarimova, who, with 3 misses, has played herself out of a podium finish. It's a lot of extra metres to ski. So She'll be stuck in the penalty loop for a little while now after 3 misses. 19 minutes and 31 seconds is our first and only time in from Svetlana Konovalova. Yovleva, who missed 2 targets at the second visit, so she's significantly outside Konovalova's time. Same factoring for her. And she's almost a minute behind. 54 seconds behind Konovalova is Yovleva's time. So those mistakes at the range, very costly. In comes Eskau. Now this could be the gold medal winning time. The German, well, this is Jakovska, beg your pardon. She's 8.5 seconds behind. We're going to see Eskau. So Jakovska is in second position at the moment. Now we have Eskau. Eskau pushing to the line. Got to get there in under 19:31. And she does. 19:12.4, and Eskau into top position in the women's 6K. This could be the premier moment of her Paralympic career. Zaynulina next to come in for Russia. And Marta in 4th position, just off the podium. And they leave nothing out there, absolutely spent. And Eskau, 52-year-old veteran from Bergheim in Germany. She's the one to catch. And I'm not sure anyone still out on the course can do it. She's feeling pretty confident and pretty pleased. She should be. Silver medalist 4 years ago in cross country. And world champion in the sprint in Sweden, so she brings great form to this. A little bit of a late bloomer in the biathlon. 3rd in the 10K event in the biathlon in Vancouver. And she's a multiple gold medalist at World Championships. She's looking to convert that into Paralympic Winter Gold, and she might just have done it, Eskau. So Eskau by 18 seconds from Konovalova, then Yarkovska. So it's Germany, Russia, Ukraine at the moment. And now a couple coming to the line close together. Should be Zaynulina and Yovleva, beg pardon, Pavlenko and Vika and Abdikarimova coming down towards the finish. Masters, whoops, oh no, there's a mistake there with taking the wrong channel towards the finish. This is Pavlenko of Ukraine. Battling to get there ahead of Yovleva's time, so she's off the podium, Pavlenko. Will come in 5th position, displacing Yovleva. And Masters in 4th position. Very unfortunate for her that she just missed that turn, and she was only 3 seconds behind Yakovska's time, so that little mistake at the last turn may have cost Masters a podium finish. But you've got to know the course. No one else made that mistake, so perhaps that's something to be learnt from this experience. Rafayeva of Belarus coming down now in 8th position, 1:33. Her factored time behind Eskau. So it does look like Andrea Eskau is safe. To the men's event. And it's Roman Petushkov of Russia, who has a balance moment at the first turn, some nerves there. Meanwhile, as we That's the finishing time of Vika. She's in 6th position there. Second to go for the men. Kozo Kubo, 7.5K sitting. And he goes off at a good clip. He and Petushkov, ones to watch in the men's 7.5K. Kubo. Zaripov. 3 of the first 4 to go in the men's 7.5K are from the Russian Federation. Very well represented. Powerfully built is Zaripov. Alexei Vishenok sets his own clock, and the athletes like to know how they're travelling to reference to the official clocks in the stadium. Out on the course, they want to know what they're doing. An idea of the time that's required from them, realising the other athletes in the field, the factoring that's applied to the others. Maksym Yarovyi of Ukraine will be followed by the 2 Americans, Andrew Sol and Daniel Nossen. Yarovyi is off, LW10, so he gets a more generous factoring of 86%. Less function for Yarovyi. Andrew Sol. Powerful shoulders. He's a bronze medalist in biathlon in Vancouver. 2.4K pursuit. Daniel Nossen, 53 years of age. Had a 6th in the World Championships last year in Sweden in the cross country. And a 12th in biathlon. Ivan Goncharov from Moscow. On his way. Field of 20 in this one. All going off at 30-second intervals. On the green tracks, Dmitry Loban of Belarus. T-roll. Cross-country skiing bronze medalist from Vancouver in the 10K. Mikhalina from the Kharkiv region of Ukraine. Petushkov with a good race will be very hard to beat. Martin Flag. Very anxious to get going. And he's from Gendelfingen in Germany. Karimova finishes off the field in the women's event. looks like we can confirm that Escar will be the winner there. Romain Rosic of France. 3 2.5K loops for the men. Born in Strasbourg. Had a couple of top 15 placings in the games in Vancouver. 5th in the World Championships recently. Rosic over 2.4Ks at pursuit. Trygve Steiner Larsen from Flisa in Norway. Back to Petushkov, first visit to the range. Plenty of pressure on the man who goes out first. Put in a good performance. Shooting quickly and accurately. 1 to come. 5 out of 5. Petushkov, and he's on his way. Just what the Russian fans wanted to see from their man. And a very efficient first visit to the range from Petushkov. And Petushkov, a bronze medalist in Vancouver in the 12.5K. He's got a swag of World Championship goals. So Petushkov, this exaggerated bowling action. He's got very strong shoulders and gets great purchase on the snow. And he's really driving on with this second loop of 2.5Ks. And the man he's got to be worried about is the man who started behind him in Kozo Kubo of Japan. But we're looking here at Irek Zaripov. You need to be fast and straight. Put the pressure on Petushkov. Oh, and he's missed the last one, a slight lapse. Just when it looked like he'd got the job done, and Zaripov has got a penalty loop to ski. Alexander Kornilko of Ukraine. Next to go. Getting towards the end of the field. Just 4 more to come. Kornilko. With full trunk function, OW12. Kamil Rosiek of Poland. Just a couple to come after him. 29 years of age. That's the Polish competitor. Into the range comes Andrew Sewell. He began skiing in 2005. Yarovyi, in the top right of your picture. It's taken a little while to get set. Sewell is 5 out of 5. That's a real confidence boost for the rest of your race. As you relax into your work for the second lap, knowing that you've done all you can at the range. Just taking a moment to get the stock in position. Leans into that right corner. It's an LW12. He's going to do that because he has full trunk function. Down come the shades again on this glary day at Laura. The tracks, the groomed tracks here are quite deep. Yarovyi has the lead. 6:46.5 his factored time. He's LW10, so his percentage He's adjusted accordingly. Goncharov. And he's already behind Yarovyi's adjusted time. But he shoots accurately. He'll be close to Kubo's 7.13, leaving the range the first time. Might be just outside it, still got a few metres to ski. And Goncharov leaves in 7.21.4 in fifth position. 35 seconds behind Yarovyi. So the Ukrainian athlete really set a good time early. A long way to go in this race. And we've got Petushkov at the range, 3 out of 3 with his first visit. And 4 and 5. Got that last one away very efficiently. Quickly up and away is Petushkov. Well behind his teammates' time. Yarovyi got them covered at the moment. Lots to do though, and plenty of pressure will be on the shoulders of Yarovyi when he comes in for the second shoot, if he can maintain a good pace through the second lap of 2.5 kilometres. Petushkov 35 seconds adrift, so he's got hard work to do on his second lap. Flag now. Martin Flag. And 5 out of 5 from him. It's interesting watching the different breathing techniques. He takes one complete breath in and out and then fires. Others take a breath and a half. And it's really whoever gets the result, of course, but different ways to skin the cat, as we say. 38 seconds down though on Yarovyi is Flag. Not too much movement on the flags at the range, as you can see. And now the left-handed Zaripov. Yes, given the wrong number there, not 53 but 63. That makes more sense. And Trygve Steiner Larsen. Little wrinkle in the bib, takes away a bit of the number, and it's all very easy to make that numbering mistake. But Petushkov comes in for the second time. He was peerless with his first shoot. 5 out of 5 very quickly. Here he goes. Oh, he just rattles them off. He's an unbelievable marksman. Petushkov, away you go. And Petushkov trying to get himself onto the podium here in front of his home fans. And a good crowd has gathered too. It's great to see such good attendance. And Petushkov, the athletes really feel that their performances and their efforts are valued when there's a good crowd on hand to watch them. Halstead, United States, misses one. This is his first shoot. He's starting late in the field. And bib 65. Not easy with the way they come into the shooting position. Their body is somewhat contorted on the mat in order to shoot with the sit ski still with them. Halstead got a penalty loop to do, unfortunately for him. Halstead was followed out by other American Jeremy Wagner. Let's see who we catch here. Zaripov, second shoot. Missed one, first time out. got some trouble here. He's just making a little adjustment now after 2 misses. Oh, and 3. What's going on? He's totally at a loss to understand what's happened. He's got 1, he's got 2, but 3 penalty loops with Zaripov. That's terribly bad luck. Kubo. 4 out of 4. Certainly slower than Petushkov, but accurate nonetheless. And Kubo sets off for his final lap. So no misses for Petushkov or Kubo. Zaripov has just missed 3. And Kubo try and give everything to this last lap. I think Petushkov might just have him covered at the moment. Different factoring applies to them, where Petushkov LW12 classification and LW11 for Kubo, so he has his time adjusted accordingly. 94% of time is his factoring. So another good effort from him. Andrew Sol. Quickly gets the stocks adjusted once more and away he goes, but he's well behind Petushkov's time. Petushkov just saves seconds and seconds at the range. He's so quick. And 43 down is the American on the Russian. Trying to settle a heart down as they come in. Yarovyi is into the range. We're watching Pike, Aaron Pike. First shoot from him. He was last man out. And a miss in the middle. And another. And the confidence ebbs away. He's got a couple of penalty loops to do. Bad luck for Pike. American from Champaign, Illinois. Might not be too much victory champagne for him after 2 misses with the first shoot. Yarovyi is 2.8 seconds down on Petushkov's time after the second shoot. So Yarovyi was the early leader, but Petushkov just stepped it up a gear. Thought his first shoot was impressive with the time taken. The second was no slower. And so it's Petushkov who is the man to beat at the moment. We haven't got a finishing time yet, but through this progressive stage of the second shoot, Petushkov of Russia could be the one. Petushkov coming in bib 60 there. But already on adjusted time, he's 3/4 of a minute behind Petushkov. Oh, and there's a miss for Tachenko. Up to the penalty loop as fast as he can. See if he can stay in some kind of contention, but that'll hurt. It'll depend on what the others do at the range. In comes Martin Flag. No penalty so far for Flag. A good first shoot. He's got to back it up now with 5 more straight shots. And he can't with the first. That's looking better and better for Petushkov as those who follow him into the range can't quite match his accuracy. And Petushkov, who was in the 51 bib, the first to go out, is going to be first home. And the Russian fans are cheering him on. They know that this could be a winning performance. He could be top of the podium. He's giving it all it's worth now. 20:55. He's going to come in just about 21 minutes. And this time may not be beaten. Petushkov, strong around the course, brilliant at the range. 21:03. And certainly one of the race favourites. World rankings at the moment, Kubo and Petushkov tied at the top. And it could be Petushkov's day. Galicia of Slovakia, well behind the pace. Bukinenka of Belarus. On a miss at each of the two shoots for him. So at this level, 2 misses is at least 1 too many. Petushkov, no misses. Kubo, no misses. Yarovyi, no misses. Rosik now, and the Frenchman comes in having shot clean the first time. A little longer to get set. Two for Rosik. Rather take those extra 2 or 3 seconds to make sure. And he does that. And a clean shoot for Rosik, so excellent effort from him. Halstead begins his next shoot. Rosik, one of the veterans in the field now at 37. Halstead just having a few technical issues there with the rifle. Bishinok of Russia coming in. Petushkov though, 21:03.7. He's quite safe from Bishinok, but Bishinok in second position at the moment, almost a minute behind Petushkov. That's how dominant it could be from Roman Petushkov today. He has put a brilliant performance together. It's hard to pick a fault with what Petushkov has done. Kubo comes in second position though. He's factored time 41.9 down on Petushkov. They're great rivals. But Kubo found Petushkov's pace a bit hot today, and I think the home crowd was worth something to Petushkov. He's really channeled it into a great performance. At the moment, it's Russia, Japan, Russia. The finishers are starting to come in now at a good pace. 21. Oh, Sol's into a medal position here. He's pushing for the silver. He won't quite do it, but he's into third. Well done to Andrew Sol. Sol also shot clean, 10 out of 10, and that's a real platform for you to give a great time. No seconds wasted in the penalty loop. Zadapov, 2.5 minutes off the time of Petushkov. Zadapov had a bad second shoot in 4 penalties in all. So look back on that with some regret. Travis Dodson we've got at the range now for his second shoot. Went through clean with the first. Travis Dodson, second last athlete to go out. Born in Silver City. Actually lives in This is not going well. Oh dear. What has happened there? That's just, there'll be a story behind that. Something's happened. 5 misses out of 5. No more needs to be said. Looks like we've got Rosic, France coming in. This is Loban of Belarus. Beg your pardon. Dmitry Loban. Looking for a top 5 finish. And he's going to do that. He's well inside Zarapov's time. So 5th at the moment. But, plenty still out there. Goncharov. Turned the corner. Yarovyi coming in. He's going to take second position away from Kubo. He does. And he's only 8 seconds behind Petushkov. So Russia, Ukraine, Japan at the moment. Yarovyi, the early leader, might have to settle for second. Goncharov comes in 1:31 down. Petushkov now feels a little easier. After Yarovyi, Maksym Yarovyi, who was the early leader, is coming just a few seconds behind him, 8 seconds in fact. So Petushkov looking like he'll be stepping onto the top place at the podium. Nossen comes in 3 minutes down. Aaron Pike. Pike, the last man out, so he's got 2.5 Ks to ski plus the penalty loops. He's just earned himself. So a little way from seeing a full finish to the event. But we're more and more confidently predicting that Petushkov will take it. Tkachenko from Ukraine will be next to finish, just negotiating the final turn into the home straight, and Tkachenko, Mikhailo Tkachenko, and given a warm hand down the straight. The 7-year-old from Ukraine. Just out of the medals at the World Championships last year in cross skiing. Cross-country skiing and biathlon. Well combined by most of the athletes here. They compete in both disciplines. Larson got Zarapov's time covered for a top 8 finish. And he comes, and Flag 9th at the moment. 2.25 minutes behind Petushkov. Well, Petushkov just came ready to compete. He had everything dialed in. Mr. Flag, happy to have finished. Shake of the head suggesting perhaps it didn't quite go his way today. Flag had just 1 penalty in the second visit to the range. So there we have it at the moment. Petushkov, Yarovyi and Kubo, Russia, Ukraine, Japan, and Rusal of the United States, and Bishinov of Russia. So on the opening day of competition at the biathlon, looks like there will be some considerable joy for the host nation. Lukyanenko of Belarus won't quite squeeze into the top 10 here. Zarapov's time is going to have him beaten, but now he's looking, come inside Tkachenko, and he'll do that. Lukyanenko. great to hear from the crowd. They're giving everyone a warm reception as they come across the line. Now we've got Romain Rosic.
Now in the stadium, Romain Rosic, perfect shooting, no mistakes.
Still a few out there, including obviously Rosic.
Now on the track, Romain Rosic.
Likes to ride his wheelchair in skate parks. And before he had an accident, he was involved in extreme sports, and still manages to make it a bit extreme in his chair in the skate parks. And he loves the outlet of cross-country skiing and biathlon. It says it allows him a certain amount of autonomy that he had before he was in a chair. Part of the official opening of one of France's first skate parks. Halstead coming in. Asterisk next to his name. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Maybe a question mark over some legality. Well, his placing looks like it's in question. So something may have happened here about Halstead. Anyway, 15th provisionally. There's an asterisk next to his name for some good reason. Now Rosiek of Poland has come in. Kamil Rosiek. Daniko of Ukraine also in 17th position. So not many to finish now. We saw Aaron Pike and Travis Dodson with their difficulties at the range. Edicia, Slovak athlete, making his way to the line now. Just outside Nossen's time, inside the top 15. So it's something to take away from it for Vladimir Gadicia. Petushkov, Russian, is looking safe for the title. Jeremy Wagner, USA, coming in. Nineteenth position so far for him. Some days it works out for you, others not, and it so often comes down to what happens at the range. And look at those athletes who shot clear today: Petushkov, Yarovyi, Kubo and Sul. All four of the first four didn't have a miss. Loban and Goncharov also shot clear, and Larson, all inside the top 10. Once you're forced off to the penalty loop, it dramatically affects your chances of a top half finish. Very mild conditions for the fans to enjoy and for the athletes to compete in. All the ingredients. Fans eager to take in what these athletes have to offer. Great to see it so well attended. Athletes certainly appreciate that, as I mentioned. Other opportunities with the mascots. Kids love that. A little overcast today, but no sign of rain. That's some chance of coming today. and it's pretty mild. So Roman Petushkov is looking like he's claimed it. 26-year-old from Moscow. It looks like it's his. And third place in Vancouver. He's moved up a couple of spots from there. And Russia, Ukraine and Japan is the order at the moment. Aaron Pike making his way down to the finish. We've got one right-hand turn to negotiate, and then down in front of the fans to the line. And he represented the United States in athletics at the 2012 Paralympic Summer Games in London. And has played wheelchair basketball at university as well. So he is a dual Paralympian, if you like, winter and summer. So the great athlete is Aaron Pike. Comes in 20th position. And Dodson comes down to the line to complete the picture. 6 minutes 31 and a half seconds. Behind Petushkov's now winning time of 21:03. Well, good entertainment for the locals here. Petushkov was pushed all the way by Yarovyi and Kubo. That's what you want to see, a good contest, nothing too one-sided. And Petushkov had to bring his absolute A game to this one to win it. He was one of the favourites, and he's certainly done that. He was efficient and accurate with both visits to the range. He was fast around the course. And plenty of other LW12s in the field. And he's been too good for everyone. Leads the world standings at the moment. And he's confirmed that with his performance today in the men's 7.5K sitting. Some face painting's now a worldwide phenomenon. They are able to see themselves on the big screen, and importantly too for the fans in a sport like this where a lot of the action happens around the course, they can see that too. Results of the women's there. Andrea Eskau, a great result for Germany. Svetlana Konovalova of Russia second. Alena Kaufman of Ukraine third in the women's 6K. Masters are Mikhalina and Vika, 4th, 5th and 6th. Results for the men's 7.5K sitting. Roman Petushkov, too good today. Maksym Yarovyi of Ukraine second behind the Russian, and Kozo Kubo of Japan was third. And all three of the top four, in fact, went penalty free. Larsen of Norway 8th, Flag of Germany, Zarapov of Russia. Daniel Nelson of the United States had 3 misses. That pushed him down the field. Gaditsia shot cleanly, but wasn't a quick enough skier today. And Sean Halstead, as we suspected, was disqualified. So a busy little session of biathlon competition at Laura. Fans have certainly enjoyed the men's 7.5K and women's 6K. Small squad of Japanese supporters here, nicely decked out. A few little ones along to enjoy it as well. For the camera at the big screen, that's the way. Impressed to see a full grandstand here. It is important for the prestige and recognition of Paralympic athletes. You get good attendances, and this is most heartening. The range for shooting in Paralympic biathlon, because it's significantly shorter than in the Olympic competition, they've been able to install it at the cross-country venue. So we're actually having the biathlon competition at the cross-country course. With the distance Paralympic athletes are shooting over being 10 metres, we've been able to set it up here at the cross-country. It's actually quite a fun venue to travel to. It usually involves a ride up the gondola and the spectacular backdrop of the mountains surrounding Krasnaya Polyana. Quite something to behold. Breeze freshening a little in the middle of the day. Crowd waiting for flower presentations to occur. Get on the mobile phone. Yes, I'm on the big screen. Look at me now. It's a bit of a sport, isn't it? Go around the crowd, find people who are happy to wave, wearing silly hats. Wouldn't wear that sort of thing out shopping, would you? That's all right. Come to see the sport and have a good time. Still standing by, waiting for the flower presentations for the first two events. Might be far away.
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. In a few moments, we will have the flower ceremonies. Stay with us. We'll have the flower ceremonies for the Biathlon. Women's 6K sitting and the men's 7.5K sitting. Are you happy there outside? Come on!